and welcome back to my channel. I'm super happy that you're here today, and today is a pretty exciting day for me because I have finally finished my autumnal island, Chestnut, and I'm very excited to be sharing it with you guys today. So we are obviously standing here at the entrance. I'm going to be super official today and start by showing you my map. This map looks a little bit crazy because I've used a lot of custom designed pathing, so I just feel like it looks a little bit funky, so ignore that part. But if you'd like to follow along with me, the dream address is at the bottom of the screen, but I just have my resident rep here, and then the villagers on Chestnut are going to be Huck, Deirdre, Zell, Melba, Blair, Renee, Kiki, Ketchup, Sparrow, and Boomer. We pretty much stuck to our Dreamies list except for Renee. She was actually an autofill, and you'll see in a little bit her house actually fits super well with this theme, so I just went ahead and left her here because, to be honest with you guys, I was ready to be done and I'm ready to start new and dig into this update. So let's just get started with this tour. Island is kind of in two parts. Over here is the more like town core side. You can see I've left out some gifts for you guys. And then to the right is going to be more of a like countryside, natural kind of feel. So I'm actually going to go over to the left first, and we're going to save the town core side for a little bit later. But here is the entrance. This was so fun. I actually did this on stream. We built this little cliff behind with this picnic area. I feel like it's really cozy. I just had so much fun decorating in a more like cottagecore style. But over here is just a tiny little campsite. Lots of ducks on this island, you'll see that here. And then across the bridge here we have Ketchup's house. Ketchup's house is actually a little duck pond, little duck neighborhood, and I feel like Ketchup is like the mama duck of the area, so I did want this to be super natural and overgrown. I really love the way that Ketchup's actual house turned out. I feel like there are lots of like whimsical kind of childish touches, which I feel like kind of fits Ketchup pretty well. And then I wanted to incorporate some of these lanterns, which I think kind of look like ducks even though they're geese. And then down here is actually Sparrow's home. I sort of just clumped them all together. Sparrow just has a really cozy little outdoor seating area, little place to entertain. I love using the log benches as tables. I think they're so charming and cute. And you'll notice that I really didn't decorate any of the beaches on this island. I just couldn't be bothered. I decorated the pier very naturally with a little duck and a pile of leaves. Nothing too crazy to see over there. As we head this way, I made this little mushroom garden or mushroom farm. I feel like this is going to be one of the last farms that I ever do with these sort of like makeshift farming items. I don't know, I feel like it's going to be nostalgic, and we're going to look back at that at some point now that we have actual farm items. But I have a mini little bridge here that's going to lead us over to the rest of this sort of countryside area. I did incorporate a few of the newer items. You can see I have the string lights, one of my favorite items from the update. I think it's so precious. Lots more ducks hanging out over here. And then I just have like a mini little seating area by this brick well, I almost said brick oven for a second. I just wanted to fill this area with more natural, cozy little items. So I did want to make this area like a mini campground, so we have a little camper standee. I just love that design so much. I think it's so cute. And then over here we have the actual campsite, and on the peninsula is a giant bonfire and another camper. I think the orange camper looks so cute, especially in the fall, and I just threw a bunch of wind turbines on that rock back there. One of my favorite little details on this island though is this little cave with the fox sleeping in it. This design is so precious. I just think that this custom design creator did such a great job. I just love that detail so much. I think it's very cute. So we're just gonna wander back down here, and we'll head up to the last little section of the countryside. So we have Deirdre's house here. I wanted Deirdre to have lots of mushroom items. I actually looked up her character on this like Animal Crossing database, and it said that she really wanted a home that featured a lot of mushroom items. So I just took that and ran with it. I think it looks super cute. And then I'm actually gonna skip over this like cliff lookout for just a moment to head on over to Zell's house. I wanted to give Zell a little writing area here, reading nook. He has a place to throw out his laundry, and then I wonder if Deirdre and Zell like hang out by the campfire together. But over here is a place to fish off of the cliff, and you can kind of see my little lake house from a distance there, and of course more ducks. But if we head back over here, so glad that I could include this little ladder here. That's such an amazing addition. And we end up at my lake house. This was the second, or maybe it was the first build that I ever did. I'm really proud of this one. It's one of my favorite things I think I've ever built. It's super cozy at night, but I just love the fall vibes and the lighthouse. It's just, yeah, it's just one of my favorite little lookouts I've created. Actually, behind this tree is how you can get to the lake house, so we're gonna hop through this pipe and I'll show you what's over there. Alright, so over here is my actual house. It's pretty overgrown, it's kind of hard to see. I just gave myself a little laundry area, and then over here is like a little arts and crafts. My home is not decorated, but I did do something kind of silly in there, so I'll show you that. So I wasn't quite sure what to do with this fish that I had hanging out on my island since I started this island. This is Bertha, the ocean sunfish, and so I just wanted to give her like a little shrine of some sort. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of silly and funny, so kind of an unexpected little touch here on the island. But there's Bertha. She is being taken care of so well on the island. Alright, but if we head over here, we're going to enter onto it. The world's tiniest little land bridge. I really like this land bridge though. It is pretty petite, but I think it's really cozy with this little sunken river underneath. And then we head down this incline. I actually kind of like this area coming from the other direction where you can see the jail bars here. I feel like it's really cozy. We have lots of ducks hanging out here. So I'm just gonna run back up because I really do like the view going from the other way, but it's always kind of a tricky thing to decide like what direction to go in. But as you can see, it's kind of like a little bit of a swampy area there with that singular path. But this is going to spit us back out by resident services, as you can see. So that's kind of a nice way to go if you guys wanted to wander around, because you can kind of see the countryside, and then now here we are in the town. So the first part of the town is this little courtyard. It's kind of a newspaper stand slash, I don't know, chess area. And then we have this little cafe over here. Don't worry, we're not competing with Brewster. And then behind these little shops are some little apartments with places for people to sit. I think it's just like really charming, definitely a small town vibe. And then across from that is this flower garden. I really love all of the orange flowers in this time of year. I feel like the orange flowers just don't get as much love in any other season, but I just went ahead and extended it over to the beach, put a little picnic area over here, and a little path to wind through the flowers, and I just think it's super, super cozy. I have down here a little book club on the beach. These are the only beaches that I really decorated for this island, so I just wanted to include a little book club here, and it kind of ties in with this book cafe that is behind it. Now that I'm doing this tour, I realize I created a lot of cafes on this island, but that's okay. We can never have enough books, and we can never have enough coffee. So that is that. But yeah, so there's a little book cafe. And then this is kind of the shopping district. So I have a little double bridge here. We have Able Sisters and Nook's Cranny on either side. This was kind of an adventurous build for me. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous. I wasn't really sure how it was gonna come together, but I'm pretty pleased with it, how it turned out for now. So in front of Nook's, I just wanted to include a little street musician spot here, some eclectic little items that might be for sale in the shop. Just like very simple little decorations. And then if we cross over to Able Sisters' side, they're displaying some items out here in front of the shop. And then down here is Sable's little sewing class. I wanted to create a little classroom for her, but I mainly just wanted to use these antique sewing machines. I think they're so precious, and I've never really used them outside of just maybe like putting one in front of Able's, but I really just wanted to create like a little sewing class for Sable. So that's that. And then if we head up here, this is the symmetrical villager neighborhood. Also, hello Melba. She's just out and about. But the first two homes in the symmetrical neighborhood are Kiki and Boomer. I just think their houses look really cute together. For Boomer's yard, I kind of wanted to create this like industrial, like, I don't even know. I feel like he is like a doomsday prepper for some reason. So I wanted to include lots of boxes and like the more, I don't know, like industrial feeling items. I do really love the way that the kettle looks with his door. Super cute. I am proud of myself for that little matching moment there. Oop, we got a little bit of lag on this island. You'll have to bear with me. And then over for Kiki's side, Kiki just has a really cozy yard. I know Kiki loves to read, so I wanted to give her a cozy little spot to read there. We have a little duck, which kind of matches her door as well. Some little moccasins out there, and it looks like Huck is getting ready to visit Kiki today, so might have a budding friendship going on there. Then the second tier of the neighborhood has Melba and Blair's house. Looks like Melba is hanging out in her little yard. She is so precious. But for Blair's house, I guess, did another reading area. Just wanted to include a lot of like cozy cottagecore style items. And I just wanted this area to look kind of cohesive and welcoming. So for Melba's house, I did the same thing. Included a little spot for her to do her laundry. A little duck, of course. Oh, and I actually forgot. I have a little picnic area in front of each of their homes. Completely forgot that I did that. But yeah, here's Blair's little picnic. And she's diligently sweeping the neighborhood. What an amazing resident. And then down here, the last homes that we have, this is Huck's house. Honestly, Huck's house is my absolute favorite. I love his little basketball area here. And then he's got some golf clubs, some slides for when he goes to the gym. Just all of these like workout items that I don't tend to use. I feel like look really cute with his house. And then it looks like Renee has got the zoomies back there, but we'll head on over to her home. So here is Renee's house. Honestly, I built this before she had moved in, and I just threw a lot of random items into her yard and called it a day. So I hope you like it nonetheless. But Renee is pretty cute. She's an unexpected cutie on this island. And then at the very end of the neighborhood, we have the museum. We have another tiny little land bridge with some sunken waterfalls on either side. This is giving me like train station vibes, even though I didn't necessarily mean it that way. Something about the benches with the clock. But on either side of the museum, there are just like little workshop areas for Blathers, a little study area for him over here, and then it looks over here like he's just got like his overspill of items, some boxes, some bugs hanging out over there. Nothing too crazy. I didn't have a ton of room to work with, but I knew I wanted the museum to be the final stop of this neighborhood. And then over by Renee's house is a stairs leading to the town. Here's another coffee shop. Poor Brewster. Brewster actually never moved on to this island, so I guess I had to compensate by adding 3 different cafes. But over here is a little bakery. I love this stall design. Getting to use all of the pies. Back here is where they obviously are making the food with this little brick oven. And then next to the bakery, we have a little pottery studio. I had so much fun including these tiny little shops. I feel like these areas like this are very challenging to make, definitely out of my comfort zone. I've struggled the most with this area in the back here. I just threw a little record shop together, but it's a little awkward because you're looking at it from the back. And then over here is like a little plant shop. I just wanted something to fill the area out. In the center of the town, I did create a little park. I had fun with this. Definitely, like I said, out of my comfort zone, but I just wanted to do something kind of fun here. I love the little dog in the center. I just feel like it's a cute little touch. Next to this area is that river that we saw before when we were in the countryside. So to finish out this little town area is this antique bookstore. Shout out to this custom design creator. These codes are absolutely amazing. I am just in love with this area. I do want to mention that all of the codes that I use for this island are in my card, which is linked in my description box. So definitely go and check that out if you're interested in downloading any of these. And then the last section of the town, we have a little grocery store here. I did incorporate just one item from the update, this little grocery store bag that happened to show up in my Nooks Cranny, so I just threw it in. But these codes are by tropicitch.acnh. She does an amazing job with these sort of building codes. It's just absolutely amazing. I had lots of fun making this. Right next door to the grocery store is this post office. I cannot get over all of the dark wood tones. Eventually I'm gonna have to force myself to branch out and do something a little outside of my comfort zone, but I had lots of fun just putting all of the dark wood furniture together. I included lots of boxes in the front half, and the final little store here is a gas station slash hardware store kind of thing. Really wanted to use the retro gas pumps. I've never used them before, so I had a lot of fun trying to incorporate some items that I don't typically use in builds. And then back here is the secret beach. There's nothing crazy back here. It's just like a little shipping area. Guys, that is actually going to take us to the end of this tour of Chestnut. I felt like that went by so fast. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I think this is going to be a little bit nostalgic looking back at these islands that we completed before the update, but I'm so excited to start something new and share it with all of you. I do want to mention once again that all of my codes for this island are in the description box below, with all of the creators linked as well, so be sure to check them out and give them some love. Oh my gosh, Huck, what are you doing? I also wanted to take a moment to thank the members of the Fox fam. Thank you guys so much for supporting my content here on this channel. You can also support the channel by liking and subscribing, hitting that notification bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!